Meet Trena Bryant.
I am Trena Bryant. I am the owner here of the Green Coterie. The Green Coterie is a healing lounge. Coterie means a group of like-minded people. And when I say healing, I'm not talking about the therapeutic medicine, hospital type healing. I'm talking more of the energetic spiritual healing. More like, because we kind of deal with alternative wellness, that's where the green part came from. So the Green Coterie came into existence on November 1st, 2023. Even though it was in my head for probably 25 years before I made a move on it.
But you know what? You've got to kind of listen to that voice. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
those seeds are sown, but we have to allow it to grow, right? And so you were just following your purpose, the path of your purpose. And now here you are. My name is Angela Thompson, and I am with ArKAngel Enterprises, LLC. And I am here with Miss Trena Bryant. And Miss Trena was referred to me by Michelle Bell. So today we have the opportunity of learning not just about Trena Bryant, but about her business, her inspiration for her business, and how to get in contact with her so that you can procure her services. Trena, thank you so much for being here. It is such a pleasure. Tell us a little bit about you and what it is that you do.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. And I do appreciate Michelle referring me. So that's amazing. I was in the military, retired military. And once I came out of the military, I started out with a daycare center and then became a real estate agent. I just started doing everything, right? Trying to find out what it is that I liked.
I love that. And thank you for your service.
Oh,
that is awesome. Thank you so much.
So after being in the military, like I said, for 20 years, I kind of started working for myself. And then I went back into the government as a civilian worker. And what I realized, when you get to a certain age, some people call it midlife crisis. I call it midlife awareness, because I think there's a big difference.
Big difference.
Crises mean that you are bouncing, and some of us go through that when we get the little Corvettes and all those things. We realize that life don't go on forever. But inside of midlife awareness, we're just aware that our lives are important, and every minute that we live is, it matters and it makes a difference. And so when I was going through my midlife awareness, I felt like I was missing something. Like, what am I really doing here? I know I wasn't meant to work at this type of job for all of my life and not contribute in the way that I've been called for all these years to contribute. And so I started working towards that. I've been married for a minute. I got a divorce. The divorce kind of kickstarted my journey back to me again, because when we get married, we kind of merge into our spouse, and it kind of kickstarted that journey back to me again. I am married again, but it's a totally different journey at this point. So I started as life coaching when I felt like, okay, there's something else. There's something that's missing that I'm supposed to be doing. So I started as a life coach, and I started inside of relationships, because that's where I was at the moment, helping people go through, get through breakups, understanding how to not sacrifice self, so that you can be the whole you inside of your relationships. And then it's more authentic. And what I realized is, relationship, regardless of whether it's a romantic relationship or your relationship with your family, relationship with your friends, it still starts with you and knowing who you are. That self-love coaching turned into planning and creating memories and experiences for people. I've done it since I was probably 14, 15, 16 years old. I just didn't see the breadcrumbs. Every little thing that we do in life, we don't know why we're doing it at the moment, but when you look back at the breadcrumbs, we can see the trail. So I went through the whole process of becoming certified as an event planner, becoming certified in Reiki, becoming certified in sound healing, energy tapping. It was just piece by piece, and I wasn't putting it together until when I finally decided to make that move on the dream, which was create a space. And at that time, I called it the spot in my head as I was planning it. Create a space where all of these things can live. So I started, and again, this brick and mortar allows me the space where I can, hold the experiences, curate the experiences for people as they need it. And those experiences can be anything from a workshop to a game night to a family dynamics type situation where you want to get together and actually, like team build, whether it's with your family or with a small organization. I created it.
That is awesome, Trena. Where do you offer these services?
It's here inside of the Green Coterie. I am in Southern Maryland in Waldorf.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
How many folks can you accommodate at one time?
25 people comfortably.
Okay.
And so, so we work on those type of events where it's more of an intimate gathering.
That is really, really nice. And before you got into this, was the services that you offer, are these services that you used to take on yourself?
The things that I do here, I've learned through the years, I experienced through the years. I meditate through tapping because tapping focuses my mind, centers me, and grounds me. And that's my form of meditation when it comes down to active meditation for myself. So everything that I offer here, I have experienced it in one way or the other and, learned and studied in some part of my life. And I just, from my experience, which is where I bring all this stuff from, I know how it helped me. Mm-hmm. And even through my first divorce, some of this, helped me to get through that as well and to center myself and to stay into myself. So I want to offer that to other people.
That is so nice, Trena. And it's so needed because, we go on every day through this thing called life, mm-hmm. and we rarely take time to do self-care. And what you just described is an awesome form of self-care, and I think it's needed, and I think it's something that a lot of people really do not know about. And so I think it would open up a world of opportunity for folks to be able to understand that and how it works and what it does for them. Right. And so if people wanted to get in touch with you, how do they do that? Do you have a website? Do you have a social media account? Is the best way through email, through some type of registration process? How do people get in touch with you to take advantage of your services?
My website is www.thegreencoterie.com. Okay. On Instagram, it is The Green Coterie. As far as my services, thegreencoterie.com/services. As far as our events, /events. When it comes down to life coaching and sound healing and that type of thing, it's always done by reservation. So when you go to, the website /services, you're able to schedule a consult call or schedule your actual visit to what you want to do. Because I would like to, first of all, energy can be very draining if we don't prepare ourselves. So the reservation system is for me to prepare myself as well as to prepare for you, because I like I said, I like curating experiences. I like creating these experiences so that it's something that it's not just something that you do, but something that you actually remember and enjoy.
I love that. How long is each session?
Right. The sessions are 45 minutes. Inside of the session comes like the intake part, where I kind of, what is it that you're trying to, you want to achieve. And then we actually do the sound bath with the different sounds, the different instruments. Sound heals. You hear your favorite song, your mood automatically pops up, right? There are songs, right. You want to go ahead and dance and everything, but then there's songs you hear, it makes you feel a different way, right? Mm-hmm. Sound actually can heal your DNA. There's certain frequencies and tones that heals DNA, that causes relaxation when your body actually repairs itself at the optimum. So that's part of, the sound healing experience of it. So making reservations for that through the website.
What is a good age group for all of this?
This is the good part about it. My grandbaby is 9 years old, and she was tapping since she was 7. And she was tapping since she was 7. It's about the energy. Now, when it comes down to sound baths, I prefer that to be something that through parental agreement. As far as age, from the top, 80, 100. If you can make it in here, and you can... If you can make it in here, we can help you out. Now, of course, when it comes down to people who are pregnant or people who have like different medications or machines like messing with their bodies, it is highly recommended that you speak with your doctor before you do any type of alternative wellness. So I use Tibetan bowls, I use shakers, I use rain sticks, I use the rain drum, chimes, and tuning forks. So it depends on what the individual comes in is experiencing. I had one individual come in and she was very depressed about a loss. And so I work with the energy wheels inside of the body. They're called, some people call them chakras, some people call them energy wheels. But it is the system of energy inside of our body. So when you're not 100% in different spaces, it's because of blocks of energy inside of your body. And sound has a tendency. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos where they put like the sand on a speaker, and when the speaker makes the noise or the vibration, the sand turns into like geometric, beautiful.
I have not seen that. It sounds amazing. Yeah.
So the sand, they use different items, but the sand turns into this beautiful geometric thing. It looks like snowflakes, but what it is the sound is actually healing your cells. It's because we're majority water. So when water is affected by the frequency, it creates I guess the pattern of who we are. I will be getting a sound bed, which is the vibrational bed that has the music attached to it that vibrates with the music. It's a totally different experience because it's a total immersion. It's not just you hearing the sounds, you actually experiencing the vibration in your body. So that'll be coming prayerfully late spring, where I'll be able to offer that service as well.
I'm so proud of you.
I think that's it.
That's a lot. This is amazing. It sounds like you almost need a membership. Like I can't imagine going to this one time and that be it. It sounds like I would need to come back on a recurring basis, just like you do with massage therapists or physical therapists or doctors or whatever, just to make sure that you're really taking full advantage of what you have to offer and maintaining your self-care. So do you have repeat customers that come on a regular basis?
Well, it's suggested that because it's cumulative, right? So you can come in and have one sound bath and you can say, okay, some people may feel something immediately. Most people, I've had, whenever I hear a snore, I'm like, but most people leave much more relaxed. They feel a lightness. Some people, I had one person say that he felt like he had an outer body experience, but it always comes back to relaxation, feeling better, sleeping better. You may have a session in the afternoon and then you realize, God, that was the best sleep I had last night. And you probably don't connect it, but it's probably very much so connected. And to continue that experience, it's just like you said, everything else is cumulative. So come back. Tell
me about some of the other services that you provide.
Well, along with the life coaching, I started in the life coaching, I started doing retreats. And what I wanted to give with the retreat was create that experience and get people into a space where they're in beautiful spaces. And we actually go through like exercises that bring us back to ourselves. We go through, just journaling and taking advantage of the locations, where we are, whatnot. My next retreat is actually going back to Thailand in November of this year. The last portion of it is renewing, and that's getting back to yourself, knowing that you deserve it all. So I try to give it all inside the retreats.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
How often do you go on these retreats?
I try to hold the retreats yearly. I just started the international retreats. I did Mexico and then Thailand, and it's the one that we're doing this year. I was doing them in North Carolina because it was a beautiful space. I started adding the international retreats because I feel like there's so many people who sit and they wait, and I just feel like don't waste your life thinking that this is all that there is. There's so much more and you deserve it all. I try to get like the huge mansion type spaces so you can actually feel I deserve this. Sometimes we wait for other people to do things with us and we hesitate, and that's not fully living. And so I feel a way to kind of get people to experience this is to offer the retreats where you get to go with somebody who's going to actually know that you're coming. It's just a different thing when you know that someone expects you to be there.
Yes.
And you get to experience that location and all the goodness. So
if people want to go on your retreats, they go to your website and sign up?
thegreencoterie.com/events.
I love that. So I have a little nugget to share with you. One thing that I am aware of, and you may not know that I know, but that you offered these services to our top teens of America. And we had a meeting with them on Sunday, and a few of them got up and spoke about what their experience was like.
Towards the end, we got to learn more about meditation, how it opens up the mind. We had to try it out for only about a good 5 to 10 minutes, and that's all it took. It managed to clear your mind, helps clear your soul. Basically, just to do it and relax, just get in touch with yourself.
Love self-love, the self-love workshop, because it gave me more ways to understand myself, like accept myself, and more ways to kind of like open up. And the meditation part was great, it was soothing, and I felt great, like felt a different person.
And like the self-love thing, that's all my fellow teens say. It's about loving yourself and just having that mindset to control and your chakra and meditating every day. So yeah, just go have a good time and love yourself.
So at the self-love workshop, I could say like the chakra tapping and the meditation, it really like cleared my mind, because like as a person who's always like thinking about school takes up like 9% of my thoughts. So that really cleared my mind, and I felt like it like really relaxed.
So as as you can see, you made a huge difference on these teens, and they are forever changed. And so that just speaks volumes about the service that you're providing and the difference that you're making in folks' lives. There's so much stress on these kids, and they feed off the stress from adults because we're dealing with a lot ourselves, just with the headlines that's going on in the news and everything that's around us. And so, to the extent that we have something that can calm us down and center ourselves, I think it would just be great.
Thank you so much for sharing that with me too. That makes such a big difference.
So I invite everybody to reach out to you and take advantage of your services. Thank you for making that difference, and thank you so much for all that you do for the community. You are her story, not history, but her story.
And thank you for doing this. I think this is so important, where we empower each other and support each other and honor each other. It's such a beautiful thing. And I do thank you for doing that and having this platform for us to come, and do just that.
You're more than welcome. I'm so proud of you. And we will be in touch.